All right, let's do it. Let's go science.
Yay!
Kerbal Space Program.
Research and development. We go over
got
here. We look
31.
at 5. I got 31. That costs 45, and that's 45.
I would recommend getting the heat shield if you have to choose one
I
of
think
them.
that was in survivability. There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting that.
With the next stuff we're going to be start doing. And so
I still have 16. That's not enough.
Okay, it's better not
And
enough.
these are all 45.
Yeah.
Flight control. We got fucking basic science. What? I just want.
Yeah, you can still look at what's in there.
Stay Putnik. Get it?
Get it?
Kind of like that. It's from Probodobodyne Inc.
But in the top right it says command unmanned. It's for probes and shit.
Oh. This is a rechargeable battery pack.
'Cause you need electricity.
You're gonna be in space.
But sure, well, like if you use the unmanned probe, for example,
Yeah.
you need constant electricity.
Thermometer, that just probably...
It's more science.
Yeah, radiator. That's neat. Okay, whatever. I really think this is going to be the next thing I buy for better.
Yeah.
For better aerodynamics.
And the radial decoupler is going to be nice.
Okay.
All right.
We looked at that. We got what I wanted.
So go see if there's any goals that you're looking at.
I could upgrade one of these places. What do I get for upgrading?
So if you go to click upgrade, if you hover over it, it tells you
Max.
the change.
Oh, I can have 7 active. Damn.
That actually might be useful.
Tracking station upgrade required for flight planning.
If you get this level 2 and the other one to level 2, you get to do some shit.
And what?
But everyone's cost different
I
amounts.
know, this costs more. This gives me more parts supported.
So, like, if you make a ship of only 30 parts, that's the biggest ship you can make right now.
Yeah, but
you do not need 30 parts for a little bit.
parts.
Well, like, if you put 4 fins on, that counts as 4 parts.
But I'm still not...
You're not...
I think I'm safe for now.
Yeah. It's gonna be when you get the radial decoupler...
And that's gonna take most of my money.
Yeah, I would not do that.
Okay, what about... Oh, I don't even, can't even afford it.
And you won't need that for a while.
And that's this.
That's astronauts.
This place is
I don't know.
75. I can have more
that's the
Kerbals.
place flag. So that's when you're gonna do the moon mission. You should probably upgrade that.
This is orbits visible in map. Patched conics visible in map.
So there's another thing that does, but that's for later. That's when you have more money to spend.
And I don't want to do that. So honestly, I don't see why I wouldn't upgrade this right now. And
I think you could totally do that. I think that's a thing.
Upgrade.
And it looks a little different now.
Oh, I could probably upgrade this too. Max vessel size, 20 meters. This would make it 36 meters. And it can weigh more.
Yeah, it doesn't cost much. Again,
if
you're going to want to do that eventually anyway.
Yeah. Okay, now, nope.
Yeah, check out those goals. So the next big goal you're going to have is to orbit. You might be able to get there, but it'd be nice if you could get enough science to buy that radial decoupler first.
Radial mount parachute in flight. That would be something where I would use those side decouplers and just...
Well, oh, sure.
I could just shoot... I just decouple it off the side, couldn't I?
You could.
Hammer solid fuel booster in flight, and this has to be... I can easily do that, can't I?
It depends on what speed you're going to be in that range.
50. I mean, if it's
it might take a few
shouldn't it be
tries,
easy?
but yeah, you could do it.
Focused observational survey of Kerbin.
The problem is that you need to go to a certain place in Kerbin.
Yeah.
So that's what's a little rough about that.
Splashdown. So ferry 3 tourists safely to their destination.
Oh, you don't get any science for that. You get a lot of money and reputation.
No.
But they only want to go up and come back down. You don't have a crew cabin yet. You can't actually do that yet.
Tests the Thumper solid fuel booster orbiting.
So one thing that happens is that, like, the difficult...
This is just in flight over.
Well, sure. Well, again...
It's really fast.
Oh.
But...
You know?
I think I could do that.
That might be a thing, actually.
Liquid. I need to put a fuel tank on, but that's easy enough.
That's a thing you should start doing in the near future anyway.
Could I do that and orbit? Do you think I could...
Well, now you can accept 7, so you don't need to limit yourself to 2. But,
yeah, but if I fail them, don't I lose stuff?
You fail it if you give up. You can try over and over again to do.
Oh.
You can do multiple launches.
Well, then there's no point in not accepting them, right?
As long as it's something that you could do. Like the observational survey, that's messy. I don't know about that.
But this we're going to do.
Oh, no, yeah, that one I think
I'm
you
going to
can
read
do.
it. It seemed awful for the genius minds working late hours at Jebediah Kerman's junkyard. Oh, Jebediah! In spacecraft
It's Jabs!
parts. Doing a full-scale test was the simplest way to learn if the rumors about our LV-T45 swivel liquid fuel engine really were as definitely stupid as we told everyone they were. It is true, though, that the amount of times there would be another unintended ignition was a big part of why. As a result, they need me, test it in flight over Kerbal. I can do that.
I know where the damn moon is.
Orbit, I'm gonna do it eventually.
Yeah, you're gonna do it eventually. So, yeah, this one doesn't have an expiration date. That expires means if you wait that long, they'll take the mission off.
But
you can
would that count as a failure?
No.
Okay.
Here's the thing. This one actually won't expire. If you accept it, you'll have it forever. Some of the other ones will say, if you keep this for a year, we will consider it a failure.
Oh, alright.
But also, like,
They'll
until
specifically say that?
Yeah, it's a different thing. So yeah, click accept on this.
I have to read it.
Yeah, read it.
It's no secret that we knew very little about whether the generally accepted ideas of what it's really like up there really were true. It is true, though, that for the chief bookkeeping, visiting, curving, world-class first record, blah, 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 that was simply horrible. Granted, the awful frequency at which we find ourselves unintentionally performing high-demand stress testing was quite... This seems like I've read this.
I feel like those might be random, and it might be the bold text that's unique.
Yeah. We need to achieve a stable orbit around Kerbal, and all you should need to do is throw yourself to the ground and miss. Okay.
So just click on a random one just to see if they have an expiration.
The focus observational?
Yeah, just any of them. I just want to see duration. So if duration expires after you accept it, that
4
counts as a
years.
failure. But yeah, like
200 days.
you won't be dealing with years until like
5 years.
you're beyond the
5
moon.
years. Well, then I'll just do this one. This is, we need to test our newly acquired capabilities with a focus survey. Go to the designated test site. Now, how do you know in flight?
Okay, you know what?
18,400 meters near
A place.
Kraken's
So
Prize.
exit here for a second, because I have an idea about how to check that before you even accept it. Go to the tracking station, and I feel like any
this
areas... Yeah.
Enter it?
Yes. I feel like if you look on the map... So, yeah, got it. If you zoom in and, like, scroll around... Oh, so those are the areas they're concerned about.
Kraken's Prize, zone, whatever.
And something whatever.
And this is...
So...
And where's Kerbal?
I'm not super sure. The thing is, like, what I always do with these, there's two things. One, I think there's some of these where a space plane is really handy.
Mm-hmm.
Two, once you're orbiting, you can just change your orbit so you pass over these areas.
Oh,
That's
if
how
you're,
I
if you're
generally
above the thing that they asked, then it
yeah.
works.
If you're in, yeah. I don't know all the dimensions of the area, but
Well,
yeah.
we're not into orbit yet, but I have 5 years to do it, and I
Yes.
will be in orbit by then.
Yes. 5 years will pass very, very slowly until you try to, like, go to Mars.
What happened there? Okay. So I go back here. I can just left click it. And since I've only taken 2, why not just... Because those are all really close together.
They are pretty close.
There, and I'm going to save 2 spots.
For other stuff that might happen.
Yeah, just in case.
Okay.
Alright.
So they
Got
want
our
you
things.
to use the liquid fuel engine,
Yes.
and we want to orbit, which will be a bit of a thing.
Down here. So take a crew... I didn't take that, did I?
Nope.
Take a crew,
Crew report above these areas. So you can stretch that window bigger or mouse wheel through it also.
Swivel liquid fuel. Okay, first we're gonna scratch this shit. Nah, we'll leave that.
We'll keep that because I think that's all sensible. You will want to put a heat shield between the module and the decoupler.
Between the modules. So, okay, so I want to take that.
You'll
put it
decouple
down
and then there'll
here.
be a heat shield behind it.
And then...
That might be in utility?
Structural...
Utility...
That doesn't look like it. It might be in
Structure?
structural.
No, try...
Science.
Aerodynamics.
No. Yes. Heat shield. And that goes right here.
Yep. Boom.
And then this goes... There. Stay there. Okay, we did that. Now I need my fuel tanks. What's it say? Where to use it? Test it?
37 to 40. So you need to get up there first.
Yeah.
So here's what real life rockets do, and here's what you'll eventually be doing: is you use the solid fuel to get up off the ground,
Yeah.
and the liquid fuel is like better outside the atmosphere, and you have more control over it.
Okay, so I still want the hammer because I want the most first.
Yeah, you want the most first.
And that's the most, right?
The flea is just a smaller hammer, so I honestly don't know.
162, 197 thrust on the ground, yeah.
And also, like I mentioned the Delta V, like the real thing that compares, like put it on, you have like 1600 Delta V, right?
Oh wait, that needs to go further down.
It does need to go further down. But if you compare it, if you put the flea on, you can see the Delta V that the flea will give you versus the hammer. And that's a direct comparison that I would do. See,
762.
less than half.
And does it tell you how far you should get?
If it does, I don't know how to figure that out. I don't know where that is. There's other mods. Maybe another mod does it.
God, well, see, that's how far up did I get last time?
100,000.
And I need to use the
And
liquid
also-
way further down than that, though. It's 37,000 to 41,000.
And also keeping in mind that the heavier you make the ship with the more stuff you put on, like, the harder it will be to get up there. So I don't know, because you got up to 100,000 doing the heavy one and then the light one, and, like,
Could I just get there just using
the hammer?
just using
Well, you need to...
swivel?
Oh, do you need to just use it or turn it on?
It doesn't say turn it on. It says
It just
test
says
it.
use it. I don't know about off the ground. You could try it. I would put a bunch of liquid fuel on there, because keeping in mind that, like, you have a
What
parachute...
if I use... Okay, what if I... Okay.
Here's
okay.
one thing to keep in mind is that you have a parachute
I have
on
to put
there.
the fuel above it, right?
You will get most of your money back, but yeah, you have to put the fuel above it. You also need the fuel to be contiguous until you
Fuel
get
tanks.
a
I mean,
high
really, I should
science.
just use a smaller fuel tank, because I'm not trying to go way high up this time, right?
If you're going to use a booster first, then yeah, you don't need a big fuel tank.
Yeah, we'll put that on there, and then we'll go to the fuel tank, and I need the swivel.
Swivel.
Whoops. Put that there.
Yeah, no, that works.
The coupler would go here,
Yes.
which is under
Structure.
structural.
Yeah.
U.
And then
Right.
they cover it up for you, so it looks all
look
pretty.
At them. Okay, and then I want the small one, because I only want to go so high up, and I'm like 100% sure that the flea can get me there.
The flea plus using the liquid.
Yeah, I should be able to get me.
Well, also keep in mind
That it's
that
heavier?
you can... Well, no, here, what I'm saying is, it doesn't cost you a lot to just try. You can just put things together and try, and you'll get most of the value back from your ship. And the guy's not going to die because we have a parachute and we've done all that before. So you can test theories, and you can just try things out
I'm
on
gonna
here.
test it. Okay, and we're gonna put the fins on. I want more than that. 4 of them. Oh, I can't put them over that.
No, it's an
because
engine because the thing will come off.
You see, these are gonna get lost when that goes, so I need to put them like right there. That's weird.
That's weird. I might just put them on... Either put them on the bottom or put a bigger fuel tank up there. One of those two.
Bitch.
And so also, if you put multiple fuel tanks back to back, they will connect together.
Why won't
Left click.
There, it's just like getting the clicks weird, like it's double clicking.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Forfeit. That
Forfeit.
didn't, because I can't put 4 fuel tanks, so that didn't do anything weird.
Yes, that's... When you have the radial coupler, that's when you'll start having multiple fuel tanks and stuff.
Okay, so I can just put that like right there. Doesn't matter because there's 4 of them. They're gonna be.
Yeah. And then check the order of operations.
This needs to. Okay, so that's the first one. That's good. That's that coupler. That's good. So between that, I need to put this, which means I need to add one there and move that there,
Done.
and then that should be it. Good.
And so now your
good.
Delta V is
Good.
1,255. Man, I should really start taking notes on that shit. But okay, we know that 2,000 got us to 100,000. So we'll see how high 1,200 gets us.
I just have to remember that I need to get rid of this shit at
37,000.
At 35,000 to give myself a little bit of time to hit the space.
Sure.
So 35,000 feet. Fucking save it.
Lost
Fuck it.
Okay, so with liquid fuel engines, you don't have to fire 100%. For this, we'll probably just want to fire it 100%. So hit T to get the stability. So if you hit, Z and X are full throttle and no throttle. You can see it on the left side right there. So I would just set it at Z because it won't turn on until it hits that stage.
Yeah.
So it just hit Z and forget about it because we don't need to. But in the future, you will want to sit there and use shift and control to slide the torque up and down.
Okay, everybody, say your prayers. Say your prayers, Jebediah.
So if you open up the piece of paper up there with the goal, it'll actually give you check marks when you're in the altitude and speed.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
All right, here we are.
Here we go.
We're the princes of the universe.
It's not climbing as fast as I thought it would.
Okay, it's empty. So it's space again. Okay.
I don't think I got enough. That fuel's burning pretty quick. I think I needed... Did I use the flea?
I don't remember. Yeah, you're gonna run out.
And
yeah, you're gonna barely hit the area, and you're probably not gonna have the speed that they're asking for.
Well, I'm past the area. It's only 40,000 meters.
It's 37,000.
I'm okay. I got the wrong. All right, whatever. Fuck.
So you can decouple the engine because he's dead weight. And now you have a heat shield on there. So now you want to face the heat shield towards the Earth when you're coming down.
Yeah, but won't he do it automatically?
No. Stability Assist just tries to keep it where you're pointing it. When he levels up, spoilers, you'll be able to tell him to do more things. WASD is the... Oh, actually, no, that's more or less there. Sure.
It's close enough.
Yeah.
Do I even... No target.
Oh, you didn't get up high enough for this heat shield to happen, hit the parachute soon.
Whoops.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
That was the rocket hitting the ground.
Oh,
you just happened to have a very... I did also notice the screen go black for a second. I don't know what that was.
He's alive. He's got his eyes open and he's like,
how's he feeling?
How can you tell?
Oh no. Well, sometimes they will scream sometimes. Spoilers. And sometimes they're happy and sometimes they're in awe. They're just going, oh, whoa.
So we're going to have to do it next time?
We're going to do it next time. We're learning.
Recovered vessel parts, 97.7, no experience.
There you go.
Contracts, nothing. Okay.
We're all good. We're all right.
Next.
We're all right.
Next time.
Next time.